How search engines work, a simple guide. Welcome to Everyday Tech, where we explain tech without the tech talk. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe for more content like this. Post in the comment section what type of videos you would like to see on this channel. Ever wonder how search engines, like Google, always seem to know exactly what you're looking for? It almost feels like magic, doesn't it? But while it might feel like mind reading, it's actually a well-organized process happening behind the scenes. And guess what? It's simpler than you might think. Today, we're breaking down the process into 3 easy steps: crawling, indexing, and ranking. You'll leave this video with a solid understanding and maybe even a newfound respect for these online tools we use every single day. Let's dive in and untangle the mystery of how search engines work, step by step, no technical jargon included. The first step in a search engine's process is something called crawling. Imagine sending tiny robots, called crawlers or spiders, out into the vast world of the internet. Their mission? To discover and gather information from as many web pages as possible. Think of these crawlers as curious explorers. They start with a known set of websites and follow links from those pages to find new ones, much like a curious traveler following a trail. If a crawler visits a web page and finds links that lead to even more pages, it hops over to them as well. Over time, this process creates a massive web of connections, ensuring that search engines know about billions of pages across the internet. So when you create a new blog post or a fresh web page, these crawlers work behind the scenes to find it as long as it's linked to somewhere else on the web. Pretty cool, right? These little explorers are working hard 24/7, making sure no page is left unvisited. But discovering the pages is just step 1. What happens next is even more fascinating. Okay, so the crawlers have been out there exploring and gathering data. Now the search engine needs somewhere to keep all this information, because let's face it, remembering billions of pages is no easy task. That's where indexing comes in. Think of it like this. Search engines create a giant digital library or a filing system, where they store all the information they've discovered during the crawling process. But it doesn't stop at just storing it. They organize it in an incredibly efficient way, so every detail is easy to access when you search for something. Let's picture this library. Inside, every book is like a web page, and the search engine carefully catalogs them by topics, keywords, and content type. For example, if a crawler finds a recipe blog for pancakes, the index might store it under categories like breakfast recipes, pancakes, and cooking tips. The goal here is to create an organized system that allows the search engine to retrieve information quickly. Without this indexing process, a search engine couldn't handle the amount of information it has. The next time you see those search results in less than a second, remember that indexing is the reason. But here's the key question. When you type something in the search bar, how does the search engine decide which results to show first? That's where our final step comes in. Ranking. We've arrived at the final step of the search process, ranking. This is where the magic happens. Imagine you're asking a search engine a question, like, best pizza near me. The search engine doesn't just throw you any result. It digs through its massive index to find the pages that are most useful, relevant, and tailored to your needs. Then it serves them up in order of importance. But how does it figure that out? Enter algorithms. Now don't let this word scare you. Algorithms are just sets of rules or instructions the search engine follows to determine rankings. Here's how the search engine decides. Relevance. First, it checks if the page matches what you're looking for. If you typed pizza near me, it knows you want nearby pizza places, not pizza history or recipes. Popularity. Next, the search engine considers how often people visit the page. If it's a popular page, it's likely valuable to users. Freshness. The engine takes into account how recent the content is. For example, you'd likely prefer up-to-date restaurant reviews over ones from 10 years ago. User intent. It also tries to figure out what you really want. Are you asking a question, looking for visuals, trying to buy something? The search engine determines this based on your query. To make this simpler, think of the search engine as a super efficient librarian. When you ask for a book recommendation, they don't just hand you a random book. They quickly sort through their collection, find the most suitable book for your question, and hand it over. This ranking process happens in the blink of an eye because the search engine's algorithms are lightning fast, processing billions of possible results to deliver the perfect answer. Let's bring it all together with an example. Imagine you search for best coffee maker under $100. Crawling. The search engine sent its crawlers to explore web pages about coffee makers and gathered the data. Indexing. All these pages are now stored and organized in its massive library under categories like home appliances, coffee makers, and budget-friendly options. Ranking. The search engine analyzes your query and determines the top results based on relevance, coffee makers under $100, popularity, trusted reviews from reliable sources, and freshness, recent guides from this year. All of this happens within fractions of a second. Amazing, isn't it? Now that you know how this entire process works, you might be wondering, okay, but why does this matter for me as a user? Great question. Understanding how search engines work can make you a smarter searcher and help you find what you need faster. For example, when you know that search engines depend on relevance, you can tailor your search queries to be more specific. Instead of typing coffee maker, try something like best single serve coffee maker 2023. This gives the search engine clearer instructions to deliver better results. On the flip side, if you're a website owner, understanding crawling, indexing, and ranking can help you create better, more discoverable content. By structuring your website clearly and providing high-quality, relevant information, you increase the chances of your content reaching your audience. But even beyond this, knowing how search works demystifies the experience. It's not guesswork or magic. It's an organized, logical process that works tirelessly on your behalf. Before we wrap up, here are some fun facts to think about. Did you know that search engines crawl billions of pages every single day? The algorithms powering search engines are constantly evolving, often incorporating artificial intelligence to better understand what users want. And here's a myth buster. Search engines don't actually guess what you want. Instead, they use data from past searches and behavior patterns to provide smart suggestions. It's pretty incredible to think about just how much is happening behind the scenes while we're casually typing a few words into the search bar. So there you have it, the 3 key steps to how search engines work: crawling, indexing, and ranking. It's a fascinating process that's both complex yet beautifully simple when you break it down. Next time you search for something, take a moment to appreciate everything happening in the background to bring you the best results. And remember, understanding search engines gives you the power to search smarter and maybe even impress your friends with your knowledge about one of the internet's greatest tools. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video if you found it helpful. See you next time.